Add to stream. There we go. Here I am. There we go. All right. So tonight, guys, we are going to be talking about when is the right time to get started in real estate development. And so I have a lot of questions about real estate development, what it is, how do you get started, how do you work with people. So I just want to talk about some of those things tonight about when is a good time to get started with real estate development, because literally you can get started whenever you make the decision to start. Honestly, I have made it my mission to help people that are looking to get started in real estate development, and especially if you want to build, get them the resources they need, the back end that they need in order to be successful at this. But tonight I'm just going to go over a couple of things that you want to think about and take note of when you're deciding when to get started in real estate development. All right. So I hope you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if my audio is good. All right. So here we go. So when is a good time to get started in real estate? So it's what real estate development is not always just about building a house or building a community. It's about what economic impact you can make in the community. So if the community calls for um, more retail space, more storage space, more warehousing, that's when you really want to decide to get involved in real estate development. Now, if you are already in real estate investing, and you are flipping houses, it may be easier for you to just start building houses because you know that space, you have resources in that space, so that makes sense. But if you're just getting started, you can get started from just about anywhere in the process. Okay. So one of the things you want to look at is cost and time. All right. So cost and time. Why are cost and time? And I just realized, let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to mirror. I thought I could try to mirror this. I just realized that someone is looking to, I'm just trying to mirror. I just realized that you guys are seeing this backwards. So sorry about that. Let me try to see if I can mirror this on Instagram. Do, 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 do. Don't think that's gonna be a way to mirror this. So if you can't see this on Instagram, guys, go ahead and I'm on YouTube, Kelly Meade, KELLIMEADE, on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. I think it's mirrored on there. All right, so cost and time. And then you want to look at partnership opportunities. Who else? Partner. I spelled that wrong. Partnership opportunities. So think about this: is who else do you know is looking for help that has already started, or and that you do something well? Like, there are a lot of people out here that do something really well. Maybe they own a concrete, maybe they lay concrete, maybe they're a carpenter, maybe they're an electrician, a plumber. Now, things about electricians and plumbers, there's a difference between a service plumber and a service electrician. An electrician that can actually go and rewire a whole house, or a plumber that can go and plumb a new house, because plumbing a house means starting from the ground and going up, right? So there is a difference in those trades. There are not a lot of people that can do both, that do both new construction and service side. So just kind of make note of that if you are a plumber, you want to make sure that you understand the new construction side if you have never done that before. It's a different type of ball game. Okay, but who are some partnership opportunities? Also, I mean, that's just in the skilled trade section. But who do you know are contractors that have basically stripped houses to the bare bones and almost rebuilt it, or rebuilt designs and floor plans, or architects that are really good at providing floor plans and designing spaces? Look for those type of partnerships and see what you guys can do together, because the reason why I like real estate development so much is because it allows me to use my creativity, because you have nothing and you can build it into whatever you want with a piece of land. So think about who are in your circle could be potential partnership opportunities. We're building a community where we're going to have plenty of people that can be partnership opportunities, all the way from brokers to realtors, brokerages, from skilled trades to people that have the funding. So we'll have that community, but think about who your partnership opportunities can be. And then again, going back to the beginning, is there an economic is there a need, let me just say, need in the economy? This is very, very important when you're deciding to invest tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Sorry, I gotta hundreds of thousands or millions into a project. You want to make sure that there's an economic need. Now, I talked about my live last week or last night, where you want to get a relationship with a city planner. City planners, obviously, they plan. What also city planners have is they have access and they have data that you need. They know how many jobs are getting created in the city. They know how many, what the need for housing is, what the need for commercial spaces, what the need for warehousing space. They know, and then they know it for every part of the city. So that's why it's super important to build a relationship with the city planner immediately, because that would take away from the guessing of what you should develop and when you should develop it, because you can talk to that city planner to say, what are you in need of right now? Right. And then also there could be some tax breaks in that if you give it to the city. So there's a lot of tax opportunities that the governments will provide to businesses that will build what they need in the city, because they need it, right? So economic need is definitely something that you want to do. So how do we do this? So first we want to let me just move this up a little bit. So first thing we want to do is we want to determine our resources. All right. You want to determine your resources. Who do you have? Again, going back to our partnership opportunities, you want to determine the resources that you have. Do you have good credit? Do you have capital? Or are you skilled tradesmen? Do you have a skill somewhere that you can utilize and you can, or do you know people in the skilled industry, such as carpenters, framers, maybe you even are a part of a supplier that supplies windows and bricks and concrete and other materials that are needed to build structures. So determine who are all your resources. All right. That way you can really figure out where you can start to cater your niche industry. Because let's just say that you have a great connection with a commercial electrician. Well, then if you have a great connection with a commercial electrician, guess what that electrician has? They have great relationships with commercial contractors and commercial developers. That is a great way to find partnership opportunities to see what those people that are already doing this, what they need. Someone always needs something, right? Whether it's more of it of what they're doing, or whether they need someone to come in and help in what they're doing. So just so realize what your resources are right now, and get educated about it as well. The next thing is, I kind of already said it, let's gather your circle of influence. I've made a post a few months ago about your circle of influence. Your circle of influence is super, super, super important. So let me just go back through that. And it kind of goes back into determining what your resources are. So you have your circle of influence, right? So you have close to you are people that you know. So there's people that you know slash, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's people that you know, which is like your builders, your developers that you already know, or your city planners. That's where you want to start at. That's your core, that's your tight circle, that's where you want to start. And then you want to contact your next circle of influence, which would be people you know with relationships with developers, builders, and city planners. So if you don't know someone that is a builder or a developer or a city planner, you want to get with people that have a relationship with these type of people so that you can then develop relationships with them. Okay. And they're all going to talk about things that they need or how you can get involved or teach you how to get involved in real estate development. Okay. And then your next will be contractors. Building relationships with contractors and also brokers. Okay. Whether it's a new construction, like a new construction, new home sales broker, or a commercial broker and contractor. So basically skilled labor or skilled or they always have connections to either people that know the people that you need to get in contact or the actual people. And it's very easy to build relationships with those type of people because they're always looking for opportunities to do more business. They always are looking for more lead sources, and you can be a lead source. So you want to, this is going to be a part. And I actually did mention one other thing, which is your local home builders associations. So your local home builders associations, what I want you to do is I want you to type in either the city or the county that you live in, and you can even type in the state and then add home builders association to the end of it. Once you do that, there should be a in your area local home builders association. In that local home builders association, you would then look for the membership director, membership chair, however they title themselves, but the person that is over membership intake. Once you go through that, process, contact them and ask them if you have some startup money. Ask them if you can sponsor the next event, right? Or ask them what will it take to get invited to the next event. And then also ask them, is there any home builders, developers, or any contractors that are looking for assistance in this field and that you can help? The membership chair is going to be the equivalent to the city planner for who knows information. They're going to be that for who knows what's going on in their particular organization. Because as the membership chair, their sole job is to make sure that their members have all the resources that they need. And if they see you as a resource, then they will provide information and link you with the right people because they see you as a resource. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure that you connect with these people, the membership chairs in your homeowners association, so that you can start to build relationships with the key people inside of that organization that you need to. Okay. And I will also say, if you really want to get involved in this and make this something that's more than just a couple of investments, I would say go ahead and join the Home Builders Association. It would be very important for you to have that relationship. And then the next part will be your coldest part, which is, cold calling or reaching out to Facebook, just cold outreach. So if you are researching people, especially if you're going to Google and Google searching home builders, home buyers, and you want to get connected with them, or you need to get connected with, maybe a contractor or builder that can build out your development, is a simple search would get you that. So that's just building a relationship, maybe having a lunch with them, talk about what you're looking to do, and get their opinion. They're going to know what the city needs, and what the city and where your time is best spent is what I'm trying to say. So you want to get in contact with people that are in your circle of influence. So just to go back over your circle of influence, you want to go with people that you already know that are in the business, that are doing it. Then you want to go to people that know people that are in the business that are doing it, that you have a relationship with. Then you want to go to licensed professionals such as contractors or real estate agents or brokers that have relationships with any of the people inside of their circle. And then you want to go to your membership chair in your home builders association. And then you want to go and if you don't have that, you want to start off with just cold outreach, cold calling, or even visiting builders and developers on site. I often run up to people on site and just introduce myself and ask who is the developer on this project, or who is the contractor, who's the builder on this project. And contractors will usually give you that information. That's not, they are always looking for more business, and you can form a relationship that way as well. And then it also gives you the opportunity to get the contact information for people that are hired for that site, because they are always looking for more business as well. So you want to make sure that you, if you don't have a circle of influence, that you utilize some of those methods to get your circle of influence going. All right. So after we do that, then we want to calculate the economic impact. I don't need the board for this part. So when calculating the economic impact, it's not a mathematical equation. Calculating the impact is really thinking about what value you can provide in certain areas. So say, for instance, like in historical areas, let's say that we've all went through certain areas in town that used to be great areas to be in, and maybe they need to be revitalized. You want to look at a couple of different factors. Like, you want to look at what the job situation is, like what the employment situation is. You also want to look at if employers are coming into the city. These are great questions to ask the city planner when you're deciding to start to develop in certain areas. And then you want to think about that, and you want to figure out how you can add value in that area. That's what real estate development is. It's about adding value in area and taking land that was undervalued and making it valuable, and providing opportunities for other employers, for other people that maybe it's being able to afford affordable housing, right? Creating an affordable housing community for people in areas where other areas need to be revitalized. You want to think about all these things when you're starting to calculate your economic impact, because why that is such key is because one, it brings back pride to the community that you're doing it for, but the city and the local governments will get behind you on that. So they get behind people that are looking to do well for their community. And so you want to think about that when all those things align, when you have resources, when you've developed your circle of influence and they've told you exactly what you need, and then you can calculate the economic impact. It's going to bring jobs, it's going to bring better housing, it's going to bring better, it's going to increase the community's value. Those are all the things you want to think about when you're deciding if now is the right time. I promise you, in building, there's always going to be a time, there's always going to be people that are willing to provide funding for it. So I wouldn't look at it as just a money play. It's really about, do we have the resources and how can I impact that particular area, as a way to also making money for myself, right? So that is all I have for today, guys. I hope that was helpful. I do have a video on YouTube that goes more into detail about when's a good time to start real estate investing. So just go to my YouTube at kellymead.com and watch that video and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And I will try to bring you more information about real estate development and why you should get involved in it. Okay. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.